In this video, we will examine the hydrology and hazards of Broken Nose Rapid on the middle of Ocoee. I hope you stick around and check it out. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, share with your friends, leave some comments. Looking upstream, this is what kayakers would refer to as Eddy number 1. And as you pan over, you can see all the loose rocks. Yeah, you really don't want to stand up anywhere around here. Yeah, you see the main tongue or current flow into Broken Nose here. Now you're looking towards what becomes Eddy number 2 when the water comes on. You can see the rock and the trees that are above the water line. This ledge creates Eddy number 4 and channels the water to keep the current really bouncy through here. And looking down, this is Eddy number 3. That is low number 3. And virtually where I'm standing just next to this rock is high 3, where you would do the elevator move, which the rock just across from me right there helps form a hydraulic in the falling water that helps pull you up to make the elevator move. That's why it's a lot easier than it looks. Looking on downstream, you can see Kimberly's rock. That is one of the hazards. Rafts will occasionally pin on Kimberly's, often side pins, generally just rookies, but it could happen to any inattentive guide. And you see more jumbles of rocks. These rocks are often clobbered by rookie guides that fail to set their left angle correctly as they drop through the S-wave or the swoosh. Eddy number 1. Ferry across the current to Eddy number 2. Come ride the seam down, same one you use for the elevator move, into high Eddy number 3. Fun kayakers will ferry back up into Eddy number 2, then possibly drop back into Eddy number 3, catching the eddy down here low maybe, and then using the wave hole breaking wave feature to jet ferry into number 4. And it is possible to come back from number 4 through the same little wave feature into Eddy number 3, ferry up to high 3, make the elevator move back into number 2 and repeat. It is also possible to do laps around this island using the techniques already described. Now we're viewing the rapid at low water, of course, from the back of Eddy number 5. Eddy number 4 is just behind the boulder with the brush and plants growing upon it. And you would make a peel out into a nice, easy ferry, in my opinion, into Eddy number 5 right here in front of me. Yes, this is a shallow eddy. And you can see the rock that kind of defines the upper limits of the eddy. And this rock that defines the lower limits. There's not so much, no one's like manicured this and piled rocks up, which makes this eddy a little bit maybe easier to catch. Some kayakers have been known to wash out the back if they're careless. From Eddy number 5, there is Eddy number 6 in this pool area. It does not look like that when the water's on. It's more of a boil, but yes, indeed, you can catch it and hover in that position. Then charge back across the current into eddy number 7 behind this rock. And from here, the cool move is to ferry all the way over to eddy number 8 behind Kimberly's rock. The shape of this rock may give you a little bit of an idea of why this is a sticky place when rafts surf in it. Guides will often have to climb up on these rocks to remove their raft, or walk along those rocks further downstream to pull it out if they got a piece of rope or a guide belt to help gain some leverage. Your other option for escaping this is, if you have the power and the crew, is try to paddle over into that tongue and use the tongue to help make your escape. This is the so-called coffee break rock. It helps initiate most of the accidental surfs. Raft gets stuck here, crew probably wasn't paddling great, or maybe the guys got something to learn. And when they manage to wiggle off this ledge, they're totally out of control, probably giggling, laughing, not focused, end up in a rowdy surf. And of course, they couldn't escape it in the first place. They probably can't pull it together to surf out either. So in comes the fun and entertainment for others till a senior guide comes along and pushes them out of the hole. Rafts want to run a nice straight line. I'm looking straight upstream through most of it. They do not want to hit the river right rocks, those you're viewing to your left in this camera shot. As they come down into this ledge, they want to make a graceful move a little over to the left. But they do not want to go so far left that they park on coffee break over there. They either want to keep going left to avoid it and risk other pins, or better yet, come a little closer to us on the river right side over this nice smooth ledge, take a well-meaning stroke or two, go on down, set safety, or head on down to slice and dice. This small island with a little bit of brush growing in the higher part of it, just at the water level, is a great place to set safety, whether you're kayaking or rafting, located about 50 feet downstream of Kimberly's rock. This location is where many rafts set safety, and most of the first year guys try to set safety. It's a very dangerous place to hang out in a kayak. As you can see, the potential to get mashed against sharp, pointy rocks that won't give is very high. I strongly recommend you set safety for your crew at the island I showed above. It's also a good place for guides to park instead of running over and harming people. Because if you see them there and you run them over, that's intentional. You could be on the hook with criminal charges and civil costs of their injuries. Be careful out there. Use some common sense. So this is Broken Nose viewed from below in the safety area. And I'm going to bounce around and step on a few rocks and show you the portage trail for kayakers that one lap of Broken Nose just isn't enough. You can easily carry your kayak up these rocks onto a nice portage path, back up to eddy number 1, and do it again. And it's a great trail because it is the former Copper Road. So check it out. You can see how the rocks are stacked way back in the 1800s. It's pretty cool, and gives you great access to scout and look at Broken Nose before you run it or afterwards. These shallow rocks, especially this long flat one, cause many a young guide problems. The channel is to our right, a river left of that rock. And you'll see another rock that sticks up a bit on edge. That one causes even more mayhem here. You want to go between them when you're rafting the clean Broken Nose line. And don't start a roadblock at that rock. You can see how scrapey it is in here. There's one or two really sweet places to be. Old Copper Road runs along the side of the Ocoee River for quite a ways upstream of Broken Nose and all the way through Broken Nose so that you can do some easy boat scouting. If you're a novice boater working your way up to become intermediate boater, you definitely want to scout this rapid before you run it. You can do that by parking alongside the road and hiking down before you run, or paddling with a knowledgeable local, stopping in Eddy above and walk down the old Copper Road and boat scout Broken Nose and decide what line you like out of the many options for kayakers. There's even a sneak on the other side of the island with the trees and shrubs growing on it. So you can pick what you're comfortable with. You see, it's a pretty good path. I mean, it is the old road. They had ox carts coming down this filled with copper ore over 100 years ago. More like 150 years ago and change. So you get a great bird's eye view of the whole rapid and all the eddies. Maybe have one of your more experienced friends show off and show you the moves so you can make your own choices how you would like to run it. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like. Leave some comments about what you'd like to know or what you didn't like, or maybe what rapid you would like covered like this next. Please do share with your like-minded friends that may enjoy it. If you'd like to support this channel, you can via Venmo. If you make a substantial donation, I'll list you in the credits with the other supporters. Now is the best time of the year to come rafting. Smaller crowds, a lot fewer kids. Schools are going back into session. So bring it on down to the Ocoee on Weekday. You'll enjoy much lower crowds and a lot more time to surf and play. If you're looking for more excitement, come on the weekend and book a full river trip. Those trips are 10 miles long, 5 miles of the class 4 and 5 miles of the class 3. But don't plan on doing the middle on the weekend with me because I'll be busy doing full river trips, and middles are better during the week on weekdays. This channel is possible because of the supporters you're now seeing. Cut, let's try again. This channel was made possible by the wonderful super fans. These are their names. These are the people supporting this channel and its associated adventures during the not winter of 2022-2023. So if you want to join the list and make this happen, look at the URL. Come rafting with me. Those of you that make substantial donations, such as Ben Franklin's or Tecumseh Grants, will be listed right here. I really do appreciate you, and I appreciate you other viewers too, and Google Ads, because that buys the cameras and the other electronics necessary to make this channel happen. Love you much. Peace out till next time.